Hi, Jeanette here with SBS. Thank you for joining me and watching the videos. We are going to do a spring silhouette painting on a burlap canvas. I know you're probably thinking I can't paint, I can't do it. Yes, you can. This one's very simple. Trust me. I learned this new technique that I kind of come up with on my own, and I thought it was really awesome. First thing you're going to need is a canvas. These are burlap, and you can get these at Hobby Lobby. They're made by Master's Choice or Master's Touch. I'm sorry. And this one here is 8 by 16. And this is $9.99, but if you catch it on sale at 50% off like I did, it's only $5. So, that being said, we'll go ahead and open this up. Ouch. Now you're going to need one of these. You're going to need some type of sponge, and I'll go over which kinds you can use. You can just get rid of these. You don't really need these for this. Those are to tighten your canvas down, and you won't need to do that. Okay, and you're going to need, believe it or not, is some freezer paper. Just your average freezer paper that you buy in the store. That's what you're going to need. And you'll need some acrylic paint. You can use the chalk paint if you want to. I'm just using regular acrylic, and this is an antique white that I'm using. I think I got this at Walmart for $1. And then you'll need some kind of either a stencil or just a pencil so you can draw something. I use these cardboard little butterflies, these little cutouts. They were actual stickers that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. They had another plastic piece on top that made the wings look like they were fluttering, but I took that piece off, and I'm just using these. And then I had some smaller ones also that I'm using to make this. But you'll need, like I said, some paint, a small paintbrush, some sponge, and some freezer paper. I think that's about, and an iron. An iron. All right. We are going to make these. This is what I have done. And I know you're probably thinking it looks complicated if you don't paint, but it's not. I'm going to teach you how to do this. Very simple, very quick. It's very whimsical. It's just very simple. First thing you do is you get your canvas and you cut you a piece of your freezer paper to where it's about the same width as your canvas. It's going to be the same length, so you're okay there. Okay, now you'll notice that you have the shiny side. That is like a plastic. That side's going down, and this side is the one you're going to draw on. So place it down on your fan. Let's bring this camera down just a little so you can see more of the project and less of me. But you set it down on your cardboard. Yeah, you'll probably need a piece of cardboard or a cutting mat. Then you set your canvas on top of that and line it up. Take your pencil, go all the way around the canvas. Now you can use a ruler, you can measure, you can write out the lines and do all that, but it's so much simpler to just do that. And then you have this, and see how it's got this, everything lines. That's it. All right, you lay it down on your cardboard. You take whatever you're using. Think about all the possibilities. If you wanted to do one for Halloween, you could do a creepy tree on here. Anything that you can get a stencil for or that you can draw yourself and cut out, you can do. So if you want to do a cat, you can draw a cat on there and cut it out. Well, I'm doing this simple, but once you learn this, then you'll be able to take off with it. Okay, you just put your butterflies down. This one I'm doing all butterflies instead of with the flowers. I wanted something a little bit different with this one. And I'm just going to trace them on here. And I'm going to put as many as I want. I'm tracing. You probably can't see what I'm doing because I'm way up here and I'm so sorry. You'll be able to see the next one. Hold on. All right, there's that one. I got 3 different butterflies, so we're doing 3 different butterflies on here. And like I said, I'm just tracing it. That's all I'm doing. Now, if you have a Cricut machine, I mean, if you want to do, you know, something more precise, or you want to design something different, say you don't have any stencils and you have one of those Cricut machines, by all means, cut it out. Cut out what you know, your pattern. You'll be fine. That works too. Just one more butterfly. I'm going to put him down here and trace him out. You can probably see me doing this one, huh? Yeah. All right. All the way around. And it doesn't matter if you get your lines perfect on here because you'll fix that when you go to cut them out. Okay, there's the 3 big ones. I'm going to throw in a couple of little small ones in here too. Just because I think it would be cute to have a few small. Because butterflies come in all different kinds of shapes and sizes. Now, don't worry. These don't have antlers on them. I'm going to paint those in later, which is also very simple. Shoot. All right. And, you can always draw something. If you want to draw a flower on here, you can, draw a flower. Shoot, why not? Let's draw a little tulip on here. It doesn't have to be perfect. But when you're done, you've got a drawing on it. You can do whatever you want. I'm just doing something very simple just to show you how to do this. Because once you learn this, you're going to be so excited to be able to do this. And just come up with all kinds of really cool stuff. All right, now you'll need an X-Acto knife. That's what you're going to cut this out with. So you take your X-Acto knife and you just proceed to cut out every single thing that you don't have to cut your lines that go all the way around. Don't cut them. Just the things that you drew on here. And I've got one that's almost all the way cut out. So I don't have to put you through all that because I don't think you would sit here long enough and watch me do that. I've got one more that I have to cut out on here. This one, like I said, I was doing all butterflies with this one. I don't know if you can see it's wanting to curl on me, but it's all butterflies. Little ones and big ones. And I just got this one little butterfly. I'm going to cut it out real quick and then we'll move to the next step. Now, if whatever it is that you drew on here or traced on here gets over to the edge where your lines are, then let it go ahead and get to that line. But you're going to cut that line straight, and I'll show you with this one what I'm talking about, because I went ahead and made this one overlap that line. Just be very careful and take your time. That's why I didn't want to put you guys through watching me do this whole thing, because I would try to be in a hurry and I would probably end up cutting myself. X-Acto knives are very, very sharp. Okay, I'll show you what I did there. Now, on this particular butterfly right here, see how I got over to my line? I just cut it off right there. And whatever it is that you do over to the edge, you're just going to cut a straight line. Okay, now we're going to take our canvas. We're going to lay it down. Oh, wait, I almost forgot one step. The canvas on the other side, as you can tell, is going to have this spot right here. But you don't want to try to put a heavy iron on because it'll stretch the canvas and make it weak. So take you a couple of old towels, or, I used dish towels in mine, and shove it in there so it gives it that extra support. And let me get my iron turned on. I can't turn it on earlier. It'll shut down on me before I get a chance to use it. Okay. We'll talk about that here in a sec too. All right. So get it down in there so it's good and in there. See? Now flip it over. Now you'll see you've got plenty of hard space and it's not pushing down too hard. Now, take your pattern, line it up where your lines are. You can feel where your canvas is, but you're going to line it up so you're not going off one side or off the other. Sorry, my hair is tickling my nose. That's crazy. Oh. Ah. All right. Now, as soon as the iron's hot enough. Yeah, it feels hot. Now, you're going to put this on a cotton setting. So it's going to be good and hot. Now, if you have one of those little bitty irons, the crafter ones, those are great. Go ahead and use it. But you're going to iron. You got that glossy side, that's a plastic side, is down. So when you iron it, it sticks. It actually sticks to your canvas. So you can iron this on and keep it moving. Don't hold it in one spot for too long because then you'll scorch it. Okay. And it's going to adhere to it. Not permanently, but it's going to adhere to it. Do the whole thing. Please excuse my phone. Somebody is texting me. Always when I'm busy. Always when I'm in the shower or something, someone's always calling or texting. They always wait until it's like they know. All right, get the whole thing to where it's pretty well stuck on there. It doesn't have to be perfectly stuck or sealed shut, you know, or anything. Just like that. Okay, let me show you. See how it's kind of stuck? All right, now leave your towels in there. Mine just decided to pop out. Leave your towels under there, just for good measure, because you're going to be tapping on this and you don't want it to squish down. All right, still warm. Okay, let me put my butterflies up. I like to clean as I go, and my X-Acto knife away. All right, that way you don't have too much stuff in your way. Okay, next step is your sponge. You need a sponge. So, if you have the artist sponges, you know, the natural sponges and those packs that you can get that's got all the funky sponges, great, go ahead and use them. Okay, no problem. If you have just a regular sponge, you can use that. If all you have is an old rag, you can use that. What I did was I bought some cosmetic wedges you put foundation on with a whole pack of them at the Dollar Tree. Yes, you can use these too. One little sponge, just like that. I mean, they have endless uses. Once you've used it, though, of course you're going to throw it out, so it doesn't really matter. All right, now I have some water to rinse my brush out with. I have my acrylic paint, which cost me $1. So you figure you've got $5 in the canvas. You've got $1 into your sponges, whatever sponge that you buy from Dollar Tree if you don't already have one. You had $1 for your paint here, and then some freezer paper. I don't even know how much that costs. Like $3, $2. You know, you don't even need a huge thing of it. Just enough that's wide enough to cover the canvas. All right, now we'll put some paint on. I'm using a paper plate because it's disposable and I don't feel like cleaning. All right, then you dip your little sponge into your paint and you're going to tap it. Tap, 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 tap. That's all we're doing. We're just tapping. Now this canvas already has a clear gesso on the back side of the canvas. And if you don't know what gesso is, it is what stops the paint from going through the canvas. And I would imagine with a burlap you would need that because it is such a wide open weave that your paint would go straight through. So that's going to help stop this paint from going through. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just tapping, but I'm paying attention to the edges. I'm not going really super heavy with this because I want some variation in the paint on here. And now if you're trying to do some exactly the same, I recommend cutting a couple of the pieces of razor paper at the same time. You can stack them, tape them together, whatever, and cut like 2 or 3 at the same time because it is such a it's such a thin material. But I do not recommend trying to reuse the razor paper after you've put the paint on it because you're going to end up with paint on your iron. I mean, you could put some, maybe some parchment paper in between. That might work, but I just did it this way. Each one of mine is different, so which I think is cool to have a little bit of variation. But you just keep going till you get all of your design filled in. Like I said, I wanted a little bit of variation in thickness, so some parts I'm going a little thicker than others. And this isn't too messy, not too awful bad. Okay, 2 more to go. We're almost to the reveal here. The moment we've all been waiting for. I think this year for Halloween I might do a couple too because I think that would be cute. These would make wonderful Mother's Day gifts or just a spring decoration to put out to add to your decor. This would be really cute, I think. I did a live video of this on my craft page, my members craft craft page. It's called People's Creative Corner. If you want to join, just look it up on Facebook and send me a join request, and I'll approve you to get on there, and you can watch me do some of these live. And actually, I will interact with you and talk to you, and you can interact with the other people that are on there, the other members. It is a private group. So, and we ask that, you know, nobody be real negative or anything on there, or get nasty with anybody. Everybody there just seems to get along. But anybody who gets on and watches the live videos on there and participates and stuff, gets their name put into a drawing at the end of the month. I give away some free stuff, either craft supplies or one of my crafts that I've already done. So look us up, People's Creative Corner on Facebook. All right, here we go, the moment of truth. This is what it looks like after you've got all the paint on there, okay? Now, you just take this and you start to peel it away. And look what you have. You have this cute little whimsical silhouette, springy looking painting. Now, you're probably thinking, well, wait, it has no antlers. You're right, it does not. So I'm going to go in, because my things didn't, which is fine, because you can easily go in and add them with a paintbrush. Get you a paintbrush, and it's very simple. Just add those in. That one turned out a little wonky. I did not grab a small brush. I ended up grabbing the wrong brush. But you can use just a small, teeny tiny brush. They sell brushes now. They sell X-Acto knives, paint, everything pretty much now at the Dollar Tree in their craft area. So you can do all this for really cheap if you wanted to. And no one would know to be the wiser. Okay, I'll let you see what I'm doing here. I'm just giving them some quick little antlers like that, because butterflies gotta have those. And the littler butterflies just get little ones. Okay, and when you're done, it looks like that. I mean, it's endless what you can do with these. So, I mean, get creative, you know, make something cool, something to hang up, something to give away. It's fun. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy doing these craft videos, and if you enjoy this video and want to watch some more, please subscribe. The more people I get to subscribe, the more I'll do of them, because I mean, if nobody's going to subscribe, then what's the point? But check us out on our website at southernblendedsass.com. We do have some craft items on there. We have some handmade crafts on there, some other gifts on there, some women's apparel, jewelry. We'll be getting jewelry in soon. So check us out, do some shopping, and check back with us again, and we'll be doing another live craft soon. Thank you. Bye.